Every 100 years, a comet appears in the skies above the Mushroom Kingdom. The comet was so large one year, it filled the skies and sent countless shooting stars raining down. The Toads brought the shooting stars to the castle, where they became a great power star. It should have been a very happy time for the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. That was the night of the Star Festival, held once every 100 years to celebrate the comet. Dear Mario, I'll be waiting for you at the castle on the night of the Star Festival. There's something I'd like to give you. Winky face. From Peach. Oh, she reads it out anyway. Well, you know, here I am adding additional things in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new Let's Play, Super Mario Galaxy. You'll see why I did what I did in just a second. Also, apologies to a certain extent for the American accent. The reason for it will be explained relatively soon. So, this is Mario Galaxy. Controls are relatively simple. Move around, jump, point at things. There are these little things called star bits, which I can pick up by pointing at them. This is a tutorial, and it's as such extremely simple. Actually, it's pretty much over. I really thought it ended now. That was very embarrassing. It's pretty much over. There we go.
Princess Peach, you are formally invited to the creation of my new galaxy. This festival's over.
Oh my goodness. Boy, does this ever go south very fast. We suddenly go from Mario's running along, happy to be invited to the castle by Peach, to suddenly, it's basically the bloody apocalypse. But like any good tutorial, well, any bad tutorial, you don't actually have to do anything for this one. It's just as simple as physically get towards the castle, and that should be about it. My timing is really not what it used to be, is it? There we go.
So long, enjoy your flight!
Finally, you're awake. Let's play. So, well, the first thing you might notice is something is a little different, and now you're seeing why I coughed when I called this Super Mario Galaxy. This is, in fact, something a little different. Let's play hide and seek. If you catch all of us, we'll tell you about where you are. So yes, this is indeed Super Luigi Galaxy, not Super Mario Galaxy. Can't be having any of that nonsense, because of course we now get the opportunity to play as the greatest of the Mario Brothers, Luigi. I will explain in a short while exactly... Oh, there we go, found the little bastard who was hiding in the tube. I will explain exactly how I'm playing as Luigi and what the implications of that are before too long. But for now, we have some star bunnies to catch, so that's our first one there. And you're noticing here... Ooh, look at that, he turned into a luma. Aw, I knew I should have hid it in the crater. I probably maybe should have said that a little bit more obviously. Maybe I should have hidden in the crater. In case it wasn't clear, let's hop into the crater. Huh. You know, I really thought that had a luma in it. Interesting. Didn't see that one coming. But yes, now you're seeing one of the main mechanics of Super Mario Galaxy, which is the whole idea that everything moves in galaxies. As such, when we move around... Oh, this must be the crater. There we go. As such, we stick onto this little planetoid, no matter how far we kind of run around it, our gravity pulls us into the centre, and that is the kind of the defining mechanic of this game. There's a lot of other shit going on along as you'll see. You caught me! I should have hidden in the grass. Sorry, grass. Need to get better at doing my dramatic lean-ins. Oh, don't go back in there. So, what does it mean by the grass exactly? Well, I think it's down and to the right here. It's really hard to keep track of directions when you're on the surface of a sphere. Things like words like right and stuff like that. Oh, pretty soon stop having any... Oh, there's the grass over to the left here. Yeah, relative directions and stuff are really hard to keep hold of. I think, though, what we're looking for is over here. There's a little bastard. Oh, he went over there. Right, let's catch him. Come on. They tire eventually, so you just got to keep running after them and eventually we'll get him. I can't believe I let myself get caught. Wow, you caught all of us? Maybe you really can help Mama. So, if we talk to these little things... Sorry about bringing you here so suddenly. We should probably tell you where you are. There's a connection here to deep space, far from your lands. We call it the gateway to the starry sky. Mama's waiting up above. Please help her with whatever she asks. So here we could just run around the edge and jump to get around here. And here is the aforementioned Mama, and the reason why I was talking in an American accent at the beginning of this episode. I've been watching you from here. This place is called the Gateway to the Starry Sky. My name is Rosalina. I watch over and protect the cosmos. To save your special one, you'll need the power to travel through space. Luma can give you this power. I will entrust you with his care. You have the ability to spin now! Shake the Wii remotes! Shaking the nunchuck also works, it's much easier for a reason I'll talk about shortly. Disaster has struck us just as it has visited you. With Luma, I hope you can rescue the grand stars. That was very American, good lord. May the stars shine down on you. As you may be able to tell, my American accent is not great. There's a specific voice I'm going for, and I don't think I'm getting it, but I'll give you a few episodes to try and work it out maybe. Shake... Blur, good one. Shake the Wii remote to spin into things that look breakable. You can even spin enemies to stun them. I'm going to spin the nunchuck because I find it much easier. Smash all this shit, and eventually we unlock this thing. Hop into it, and then shake again. Oh, this is a launch star. Shake the control stick when you're near to shoot through space like a comet. Now, go and explore the universe. There are lots and lots of galaxies for you to discover. Indeed, let's roll. This demonstrates what I was talking about with gravity. Hi there, good to see you. I have some bad news though. See, I had a launch star ready for you, but a meteor smashed it up. You can't leave without it, so find all of the star chips to fix it. Oh, and be sure not to fall into the black hole. Yes, even when the fact that gravity always keeps you pulled into the planet's surface, here are your little star chips, you can still die. If you look over to the right there, you will see a black hole. Were I to fall off here, I would land in the black hole and die. This is widely considered a bad thing, therefore I'm going to try and avoid doing it as long as possible. There's a 1-up, which earns me 1 additional Luigi, which is wonderful. And the final star chip we need is inside there. Gather all 5 of them, it's always 5, and another launch star appears. This game generally takes place... Well, that's what happens if I fall in a black hole, ladies and gentlemen. Very fortunately, I got that additional Luigi. It proved extremely useful there. And I believe I can just actually get it again. There's 3, and then where is number 4? 4 is at the bottom of the additional Luigi. There's the additional Luigi, because I can't guarantee I'm not going to do exactly the same cock-up once again. And Smishy Smashy, and there we go. Now let's try and do it without making a twat of myself. The chances are middling of me succeeding at that, and once again I actually nearly fell off. Off we go! So now we get introduced to the enemies. There's 2 ways to kill an enemy. Number 1 is to jump on them in traditional Mario fashion, which will drop a coin. There is a second way of killing them, which involves first stunning them with a spin attack. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Let's try again. Nope, oh, there's another one here. Oh, so apparently if I spin into that thing at the bottom, it goes doing and kills them. That releases, rather than releasing a coin, if you spin into them and kill them, that releases 3 star bits, which is mildly interesting. If we talk to this luma at the top. Get me out of here! One of those enemies should have the key. You can shake the control stick to spin them around and make them dizzy. Once they're stunned, just run into them. That's not the control stick at all. That was a complete lie. There you go. And then we kick him here, and we kill him. And they... Ah! There's the one that actually had the key. Let's grab that. And it's that sound effect from Wind Waker. Who recognises that? It's the sound effect when you use a light arrow in Wind Waker. Anyway, if we talk to this luma... Thanks, would you mind rescuing my buddy in that base up there too? I'll transform into a sling star. Just jump into me after I transform! Yes, so lumas can transform into things. This is a sling star, so it's not as much as the launch star, it just transfers you a small distance to the next planetoid along. As you can see here, there's another lock luma at the bottom. Spin enemies, then run into them when they're stunned to boot them. Indeed, once they're stunned, you should... Well, there you go, you can just kick them like that. Nicely. At the top here, there's a very large Goomba. We can stun it with this. There we go, that stuns it, and then run into it to kick it. Works for enemies large and small. With that, we can unlock the luma at the bottom, and you'll notice he is standing on something mildly interesting. Oh, I've gone into orbit. There we go, we're okay. If we talk to it, no, that's a different luma. Hurry! Down here! So, to use a pipe, simply jump on top of it, and I thought you needed to press Z, but actually that's apparently all you needed to do. So now we're on the inside of the planet. We've been waiting for you. That's a grand star. We have to save it. They're using the grand star to power that awful machine. It looks like it's making something. Good one. We have to do something before the grand star's power is drained. Quick, find a way to stop that terrible machine. So once again here we can completely run over the inside surface of the planet, and we have these little things called flip switches. If you stand on them, they'll change colour. If you stand on them again, they'll change colour back. So you have to kind of try and stand up. Oh. Try and stand on them without standing on them a second time. You'll notice we've taken some damage. Our life is in the top right there. We took a coin and it healed our life back up. You have 3 life points. Lose all 3 and you will die, but a single coin will heal you back up by 1 unit. We've hit all of the thingies there. If we talk to this guy, turn off the flip switches on the floor to shut down this machine. So we've already turned off the ones up there. Now we just need to go across the rest of these ones without crossing our own path. And as such, that unlocks the Grand Star. So we got a star, and you will notice we have a visualizer at this point. There's a lot of stuff going on, I will talk about that in a sec, but as you'll have noticed, one of the grand stars in the far in the top left has just been crossed off that visualizer. Wonderful! Well, it's not been crossed off, it appears on the visualizer. That's every single star, and I'll talk about the organisation of that in a sec. So we discovered a new galaxy. I'll talk about exactly what that means in a second, because first Rosalina is going to talk to us, I believe. The beacon is lit again. It shines weakly, maybe only as bright as a Class 6 star, but at least the poor Lumas will survive now. Oh, thank you for saving the Grand Star. These star people are my family. They mean so much to me. Welcome to the Comet Observatory. It's my home, and also home to the Lumas. You see, we travel the starry skies. We pass by this area once every 100 years, but we suddenly stopped in front of this planet. A strange force had latched onto our ship, pulling away starbits and our power stars. Our ship had lost power, so it entered a deep hibernation state in which it could not move. Those who took your special one picked up the power stars, and discovered the power to cross the universe. Please, I have a request. This observatory uses star power to project images of the galaxies that are scattered across space. And there is a chance we can use the few remaining ones to look for other power stars. These round rooms are called domes. We observe galaxies from domes such as these. But the only one that is working right now, powered by the star power you restored, is this one, the terrace. Please go to the terrace and try and recover the power stars from the galaxies you can see from there. If we do that, we'll be able to restore the Comet Observatory's ability to fly like a starship. Then perhaps we can pursue the thieves who ran off with the power stars. So that gives us the goal for basically the rest of the game. Visit galaxies, get power stars, unlock more domes, unlock more galaxies, get more power stars, repeat ad infinitum. So this is our first dome, the terrace. Welcome! This dome acts as an eye of the observatory. From here we can gaze upon distant galaxies. Once this luma transforms to a pull star, he will guide you to those faraway galaxies. Simply point your Wii remote at the pull star and press A. Simple enough, let's go. And now we get to see the stars that we can see from this dome. These are the galaxies that can be observed from this dome. Thanks. I really don't need to say much, do I? They really guide me through all of it. The numbers represent their distance from the observatory. The bigger the number, the greater the distance. The more power stars you find, the further you'll be able to travel. So we have one power star at the moment, which means you can unlock a grand total of one galaxy here. This is our first one, the Good Egg Galaxy. Yes, it's undeniable, we're detecting power star energy patterns in the nearest galaxy. But I must warn you that the evil energy readings are off the charts. Please be careful. Let's roll, fly to this galaxy. So we have only one option open to us at the moment, which is episode 1, Dino and Piranha. Let's roll. So in every galaxy you get a bit of a flyby at the beginning which shows you what you're going to be doing probably for that episode of that galaxy. Oh, getting some starbits already. And here we go. So there's a fair few starbits around. As you'll notice they end up in the bottom right when I point my Wii remote at them. Down here we have a pipe, so let's start off there. Oh, that just brings me up onto the underside. Let's talk to this Luma. To pick up starbits scattered across the galaxies, touch them with your control stick. Why do I keep saying control stick? Wii remote. Collect 50 to get a 1-up. It wouldn't hurt to store some up. Now, point to the Wii remote at the screen and collect as many starbits as you can. Why do I keep trying to call it the control stick? Sort of Wii remote sounds slightly awkward, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like a real thing. What we want to do is get onto this bit here, and now we're back onto the other side. Our real goal is to go this way. If we walk right off the edge here, remember, gravity isn't what you think it is. Gravity pulls you generally towards the centre of any given planetoid. My friends are ahead, hurry! So he turns into a sling star, which launches up to a pull star. Not pull star, launch star. There we go. And this brings us to a new planetoid over here. What have you got to say for yourself, my friend? Oh, dear. If you get hurt, grab a coin to patch yourself up. So we have to once again here gather, what were they called? Oh, star fragments. So we've got 5 of these to gather. Obviously, these rolling boulders will hurt us, and this goop slows us down to walk into it. So don't do that. There's a little bit there. That's up, and then there'll be one more over there. Let's try and not kill myself as I grab it. There we go. And 5 as I've unlocked a launch star, which takes us on to the next way. This is one of the key ways in which this game differs from kind of others in the Mario 3D series. So like, well, let's grab this first. So those question mark things do just change something when you get them. Piranha plant here, which attacks us forwards, and you can either spin into it like that, or you can jump on it when it attacks forward. And that leaves a vine. Who remembers Donkey Kong Jungle Beat? I explained while I was Let's Playing Donkey Kong Jungle Beat that it served as a kind of test bed for a lot of the technology that was used in this game. There are some sound effects you'll notice in common between them, there's a fair few platforming elements, it's quite interesting. But no, what I was going to say is, so most of the other 3D Mario as well, the other... Oh, that wasn't fair! Well, my recovery wasn't fair either, so I'll call it even. Yes, I haven't really talked about spinning, but if we jump and spin, you kind of do a spin on top of your jump, which can extend your jumps quite considerably. But no, most other 3D Mario games, well, the other two before this one, work on a very much episodic structure. So you load up a level, and then you have to kind of work out what to do, sometimes based on the title, based on what you see. This one is, technically speaking, a lot more linear. Most of the levels are just about getting from A to B. There's a lot of other stuff going on. Ow. Creep on my head. Don't get me wrong, it's not quite as simple as that, but generally it is about just going from A to B rather than kind of exploring around. The galaxies are more, in a sense, linear than they are in Sunshine or in 64. But that is definitely no bad thing. Watch out! After you spin once, you have to wait until your luma comes back before you can spin again. Yes, indeed. If I spin, you'll notice there's a brief moment where it goes, block, and the luma jumps back into my head. During that cooldown time, you can't spin again. Let's smash through that and launch over to the next platform. Planet. While we're flying, we get a couple of star bits around us. 50 star bits, as they said, gets you a 1-up. And here we are. Wallop! So, we've come across some kind of freak. I will talk more about this boss battle in a second, but if you hit its tail... So now, this is Dino Piranha. It starts running after you. Hit its tail again. You can guess what to do here. Hit its tail again. And for one final time. Oh, you guessed it. Oh, damn it, I actually missed. How embarrassing for me. So that's Dino Piranha, a boss that never fails to make you feel like a terrible person, because you turn up on its planet, you kick its egg, which breaks it in, it attacks you, understandably annoyed, and you respond by beating the shit out of it. Dino Piranha never makes a move against you, you just start fucking it up for no reason. It made me feel terrible as a kid, I still don't feel great about it now, but it did give us a power star, so that's something, I guess. So, after that we successfully get a star, which means, visualize the time, and you will notice, so each of the coloured kind of black hole things there is one of the different domes. This yellow one here is the terrace. Coming off each dome are all the galaxies you can see from it. So the one where that star just appeared is the Good Egg Galaxy. We've got the first star of the Good Egg Galaxy. You'll notice most galaxies tend to have either 6 or 1 stars available. Some have 2, and I'll talk about that more as it becomes relevant. But that's how the visualizer kind of works for now. There's a grand total of 120 stars in this game, and they're all on that visualizer. But it'll only appear whenever we grab a star. Those are star bits. To Lumas, they are the tastiest, most delectable treats imaginable. Aim your Wii Remote at the centre of the screen, and didn't say the centre of the screen, just said the screen, and point your pointer at them to pick them up. Once you have some, shoot them by aiming with the pointer and pressing B. Keep saying control stick. You might have noticed there I went, Wii Remote. Why don't we try it out? Aim at me and feed me some star bits. So we hoover up the bits like that, and as he says, aim at him and press B. Tasty. Let's score those little morsels my fee for this lesson. You can also shoot them at enemies or to feed a hungry luma. Either way, I'm sure starbits will be a big help on your adventure. Bear in mind the various things he says because they become relevant. Actually now, because we can't do anything else for now, so we're going to go back to the Good Egg Galaxy and to mission number 2. I think from now on I'm probably going to cut the scene out because you see stuff in a second, but mission number 2 is a snack of cosmic proportions. Because it gives you the title and the flyby here, I think I'll probably just cut straight from choosing the galaxy over to this. That is our target for now. That is a hungry luma, which we were just taught very much about. So what you want to do for now is the level... So, I say these things are linear, but the layout of the levels is largely similar to how it was in the last one. If we take the pipe down to the other side, we can gather a fair few more star bits here. There's no limit on how close you have to be to star bits, you just have to be able to point at them, and that's all it takes. This level has a fair few star bits landing, and we need to gather basically as many as possible. I know it's 100 we need to actually gather in total by the time we get to a certain point. No, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, get this, you can shoot starbits with B. Zap, zap, zapow! Just aim at your target with and fire with B. Run into your enemies while they're stunned to finish them off. Yes, so shooting a starbit at an enemy has the same effect as spinning them. Like, if I hit these ones, then they go gammy, and then you can just run into them and kill them, which is very nice. Spinning is better if you're trying to get bits, because spinning doesn't use any bits. I believe if I come up here as well, I can also... What does this say? Gone for a long time. Need to get in? Use the pipe on the other side. The other side being the roof, which is not necessarily easy to get to. Oh! Well, you're noticing a new little trick here, which is a backflip. Unfortunately, it's not actually helping me. There we go! Oh, slippery Luigi, slippery! Well, you're noticing one of the differences between Luigi and Mario. Luigi is real slippery compared to Mario. He's got the old Luigi slippery shoes. If you get tired and want to return to the observatory, pause, but you can't bring back any star bits. If you do that, let's head into the house. I think you're supposed to get into it through the... It was telling me to get in through the bottom for a reason, wasn't it? Well, here's an interesting thing here. If we grab this... Note blocks. Grab the notes. Each one makes a sound. Bit of music. And if you gather them all at a constant rate, you get a little bit of music. Okay, that was really hard to sing along to because it was going too fast because I was running too fast. But as you'll have noticed, a little one-up mushroom has appeared and starts running around. So if we get that, we get a free Luigi for ourselves. And there we go, let's head back outside. So we've gathered about as much bits as we can from here. Oh, that was a fun move. I know it was safe because I know there was not a black hole around. So if there's not a black hole, you will eventually land back on whatever planetoid you did. You can't jump away from them entirely in that way. If we go to the end of this twisty thing, there's a luma here. I've got a hungry friend up ahead. You don't mind sharing your snacks, do you? Ah, so he's transformed into a series of pull stars. So pull stars, as I say, pulls you towards you when you hold A. Well, pulls you towards themselves. So if you pull yourself into the launch star, come on, there we go, and spin, there we go. That's a nice simple pull star series. They become a lot more complicated very quickly. Not that I'm bitter at all. This is... how best to sum it up? This game is really easy until it's really hard. Sounds stupid, but most missions on this game are fairly straightforward and on the easier side of things. Except for, I would say, 1 in 10 is fucking hard. And that makes it a very interesting game. It's not... I would say there are fewer really shitey levels than Mario Sunshine, for example, but boy are the ones that there are real memorable. That's all I'll say. There's your launch star, but I actually want to see if I can gather a few more bits on this thing. You see these little weird things that look like balloons. You can spin into them to hit them, and you can use that to destroy those, I don't know, cactus things? Not entirely sure what they are, but there we have it. I think we should have enough to move on now. Oh, gathered a couple over there as well. 3, apparently. That's the thing, if you sometimes waggle the remote around, you do hit some. So, on here, there are a few more bits up for grabs. Oh, there's also a few more boulders up for grabs. Well, I say up for grabs, up for grabbing us. That didn't sound as normal as I expected it to. Which shouldn't be surprising by now when I speak, but you know, here we are. There must be another crystal. There we go. As I'm looking to gather 100 bits before moving on. What happens if I use the Sling Star? Does that launch me? Oh, just up to a single coin. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. I guess the launch star is what I really need to do, isn't it? 93 should be fine. I think there's enough on the actual next planet. It is a very nice looking game, this game. It has fantastic music as well. This isn't the best of the tracks, but it's kind of interesting. So there's your hungry Luma. He needs to eat 100 star bits. Take my word for it. I could talk to him and he'll tell us that, but I'd rather talk to him when I've already gathered 100 bits, which I now have. Interesting, my computer's turned off. Oh no, it's just gone to sleep. It doesn't normally do that while I'm recording. That was slightly scary, but we're okay. I don't have good experiences with... Like, it's weird. Whenever I have, like, major technical difficulties, they always seem to be on the first episode of a thing. I guess it's because I iron them out after that. But I've been burned before, is all I'll say. Anyway, here's the fat fucker. Hey, it's you. Hey, you. You got any tasty star bits? If you feed me a bunch of starbits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform. I'm famished. I need 100 starbits to curb the hunger pandas. Let's go, fatso. Oh, key change. That's it. I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform! So he transforms into an entire planetoid, and is nice enough to also leave behind a special flesh-coloured launch star behind him. Yes, lumas are star people, and therefore they can turn into stars and planets and entire galaxies in some cases, which is quite cool. And so this is a kind of very steep galaxy, which allows us to learn some new techniques, like for example the backflip. So you hold Z to crouch, and you can walk around one crouch, and then if you jump while crouched, you'll do a backflip. It jumps you backwards, but is technically higher than any other jump. Ow! Cocknunch. Cocknunch? That's not a word. I think I meant to say cockmuncher or nonce or something like that. I don't really use the word nonce much, so... We can also learn the wall jump. As you see there, you can kick off a wall, which also helps you climb little bits like this. Oh dear me, this has been a very long episode. It's the introductory episode. I'm allowed a 30-minute episode, I'm sure. In fairness, I'm allowed a 30-minute episode anytime. I'm the only one who keeps me to 20-ish minutes episodes. No one else has ever actually commented on that one way or the other. People probably prefer longer episodes. But for me, it's an economy thing. It's about, like, I've only got, like, I don't want to be recording all the time. I'd rather record, let's say, 6 20-minute episodes than 5 or 4 30-minute episodes, because then I can record one session that'll last me longer in terms of actually content. It sounds shitey when I say it like this. Anyway, arrows here. Pay attention to the arrows because they indicate the direction of gravity. When you switch to the upside down arrows, gravity inverts, and then it reverts. No, reverts, that is a word. Just when I said revert, it didn't sound right. Anyway, if we come over here, oh, this kill that Octoomba. I guess that's what they're called. They're a weird hybrid of Octoroks and Goombas. And then we're back to normal over here. I keep being freaked out by those Goombas and then realising they're outside. Can I? Because you shoot bits from outside, so I can't hit anyone in here with bits, but I can hit people outside, which is very entertaining to me. And then, oh, shit, I was trying to wall jump up there and then realised I don't have to, because gravity! Yeah, a lot of this trick with this game is about just keeping an eye on what gravity's doing. So, we now have, well, we can gather these 5 things, and we'll create a pull star to get to that star in the middle, or we can just jump towards it. Easy enough. So we get another star for the Good Egg Galaxy, and I think we'll hold it there again because of the aforementioned 35-minute first episode. But hey, you know, hopefully you're enjoying it, this first episode of Super Luigi Galaxy. I think I will talk in probably next episode about how one exactly unlocks Luigi, because we've also unlocked a new galaxy, which is all very interesting. Well done, brave explorer, you've discovered a new galaxy. Collecting power stars will expand our range of vision, perhaps to eventually include the enemy base. Oh yes. So, we will hold it there for the day. So thank you very much for watching. This has been the first episode of Super Luigi Galaxy, and I hope you'll join me next episode where we're going to be exploring a new galaxy, and we're going to be getting a new power-up, which is all very exciting. It was never a power-up that was not been in any Mario game before this one, so it's all very... I already said it's all very exciting. I really don't have many things that I'm good at saying, do I? Thank you very much, and I hope you'll join me next time. Good day.